What is this? Okay, what is this and what's it being played out of? Hugo, you have let yourself go this week.
Hugo, where are you this week?
Do me a favour, before you come and do the show, don't drink alcohol.
What planet you on?
This is from the Flush.
Look at him.
What's this, Hugo?
Is it a trombone or is it a saxophone?
Is this track 2 of that nonsense you just played? I can only apologise to our first guest, the fans from Akil Vyas, who is the member of the Arsenal Supporters Trust, joins us now. Akil, good evening to you.
Good evening.
I do apologise for rubbish music like that. It's Hugo's fault.
It was quite terrible.
Yeah, it was quite terrible, yeah, that's an understatement.
I like that. It's quite terrible.
You must be a proud Arsenal man. How many, what was it, 1, 2, 3, 5, was it, players on show yesterday at the same time on the pitch for England?
Yeah, we had 4 starting, and then Chamberlain came on to make it 5, and we've even got Theo Walcott to come back to make it 6.
Yeah, and you could argue goal of the game as well. You couldn't really argue was the one, of course, that Danny Welbeck scored from, which was made by Arsenal.
It was, yeah. It was made in North London, scored in North London. Well, you probably could say it was made in Southampton and scored in Manchester, but we'll go for North London.
So, yeah, I mean, things are, of course, looking good for Arsenal at the moment. What do they need, if anything, do you think, Akil, to strengthen in January to push for the Premier League title?
I think it has to be that sort of holding midfielder. I mean, I'm sure the club tried in the summer, but I just think that must be a must. I mean, you've looked at sort of what Chelsea have done with Matic, and he just allows players like Fabregas, like even Hazard, to play. And with our offensive talent, and I know he's obviously out for maybe 10 to 12 weeks now, but with sort of Mesut Ozil, Wilshere, Ramsey, we've got so much talent in there to have that protector. I think would do us, really well, and I think it would protect the back four as well a little bit more.
Well, let me ask you about the back four. Where do you think James's best position is?
Well, obviously he was a right back at Southampton. He
did play centre half as well for Southampton.
Yeah, but I think every time I saw him, he played right back. Yeah. But I watch, obviously, go to every Arsenal game, and he's impressed me at centre back. I think he's looked absolutely fantastic, and I think that one of our qualifying the Champions League, he was absolutely fantastic. So I think centre back's going to be his position. But obviously, with Debussy out, he will play right back for a few months.
What's this with Ozil going over to Germany, being x-rayed and everything, and all of a sudden he's got a medial ligament tear?
Yeah, he played 90 minutes at Chelsea, which, he sort of, I remember seeing him sort of go off, and he gave us a little clap from far and went off, and he looked absolutely fine. So I'm not sure. Arsene Wenger said he was even due to practice the next day, so it is one of those things. I'm not sure. It's come from nowhere, it seems.
And but Calcioni's got an Achilles tendon problem, so he's another one. But I think Arsene Wenger says he's coming back and have treatment, and he'll be fit for the game.
Yeah, well, no, he's been carrying that since the World Cup, Koscielny, and I think he must have gone to France feeling a little bit awkward. And I think obviously because they're the host nation, they've only got friendlies to play. So I presume it's something Arsenal and France have agreed that, let's not risk on Koscielny and let's just sort of get him fit for the whole game. And obviously, it's too friendly. There is really no point if he's carrying a slight injury.
What's not gone right so far in the Premier League? Now I'm looking at the table. Arsenal, of course, 8th. I say 8th. There's a point between them and 3 points between them and second place City, but still, that's where they are at the moment. They've got some good games coming up for Arsenal fans. At home to Hull, then away to Sunderland, and then home to Burnley. Games that you would expect Arsenal to win. Yeah,
and Swansea away after that. We've obviously drawn too many games. You start from the start of the season, we just about beat Palace. We went to Everton, which probably was a good draw because we were 2 down. But then, being sort of 2-1 up against Man City with 7 minutes to go, scoring the equaliser against Spurs with about 13, 14 minutes to go, you really would have hoped Arsenal, with the offensive talent we have got, would have gone on to win those sort of games. Even Leicester, we went 1 up at Leicester as well. So there's been games, we've just drawn too many games. Obviously last week at Chelsea, it was one of those games we all went into it thinking, we'll see what happens. We don't expect to win here, which I suppose is sort of sad in itself. But it's just, you're right, our next 4 games or so are winnable, and we always looked at the fixtures and thought the first couple were quite tough, but this is the run where we expect to win and expect to get 12 out of 12, hopefully.
Arsene Wenger raided the market quite well with Chambers, and you say you're looking for an anchor man in midfield. Is there anybody in the British clubs or in the Championship you think could come up and do a job for them?
But it's tough, you know. I'm by no means a scout, and I mean, it's a tough one. If I was to look in sort of England and Britain, I would probably struggle. We were obviously linked with a few people from abroad. I mean, Sammy Khedira was one people were talking about, but I wasn't quite convinced. To me, he looks more box to box, not that sort of protector. I thought William Carvalho obviously looked like a decent option. I watched him a little bit in pre-season for Sporting, but I think with the third-party ownership, it got quite complex. In England, I can't. I mean, you know, we look at England, we look at our national team, and we played Jack Wilshere in there. We then played James Milner in there, and then we tried a bit of Jordan Henderson in there. So if we haven't got one for the national team, I'm not sure I could probably find you one for Arsenal now.
Akil, you've been nothing short of magnificent. I think it's your debut on our show, is that right?
Yes, I think it is.
Well, it will be the first of many, my way. You've been wonderful. Thank you for coming on. We shall speak to you without doubt in the future.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, pal. Akil Weiss, as I mentioned, the Arsenal Supporters Trust. What a wonderful talker he was. Hopefully, well, I know our next guest will be David Chigi, presenter of the